We at FUTTRADING.co.uk giving away an Xbox Series S in time for Christmas as a way to say thank you for all the insane support you guys have given us on the site in the last 9 months since we launched. It's been an awesome journey, it's been hard work, there's been tears, there's been happiness. But yeah, you guys have been unreal. So we wanted a way to say thank you, and so we decided to get an Xbox Series S and give it away completely free to one lucky site subscriber. So if you've ever debated joining the website, now is the time to do it. Especially now, because we just launched our Xbox and PS4 fluctuation tracker. What this does is automatically track the price at the low end and high end for certain cards and tells you when to buy in when they're at the lowest and sell when they're at the highest. It went live yesterday. We've got people that are already making 20 to 30,000 coins per card on certain cards on the market. It's updated regularly. It's an unbelievably insane tool. It's taken a lot of work to get to where it is now. But yeah, it's a brand new feature launched. So make sure you check out FUTTRADING.co.uk for your chance to win an Xbox Series S for Christmas. But for now, let's get into the video. Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to a new video with me, Fuzzball40. As always, if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe down below. Make sure you turn on your notifications, smash that like button, and comment down below if anything you'd like to see in the 9:30 slots in the morning. I know normally it used to be League SBC method, but there isn't much to do with League SBC method at the moment because EA are just dripping it onto it, and to me, it's a bit meh at the moment, I'm not going to lie to you. Make sure you check out FUTTRADING.co.uk though for your chance to win an Xbox Series S. One lucky site subscriber this month will win an Xbox Series S. It's mine and Dan's way of saying thank you for the incredible support for the last 9 months that you guys have given us over there. I know quite a few have already gone over there to try us out. You're loving it. With the chance to win an Xbox Series S, so you can't complain too much. Make sure you check me out on Twitch. I do normally live stream 5-6 days a week. I've been incredibly ill this week, so I've not been able to do so. But I hope to be back tonight, which is Monday. I'm not sure when this video goes live, but it probably will go live tonight at 5:30, Monday at 5:30. Make sure you check out my Twitter. It's easy. Click the link down below. All that good stuff. We do little giveaways and stuff on there as well. But this video is one of the videos that some of you like to see from me, some of you don't like to see from me, and it's talking about the state of the game at the moment and the things that are wrong on this game, because there are some things that are great on this game, but I see a lot of content creators talking about this great, that great, this great, that great, and a lot of it's nonsense. Some of them are game changers, so they don't really be honest about what's... Well, don't really be. They're not really honest about what's on the game and what they think of it. And some of it is good, but there's a lot of bad at the moment, a huge amount of bad. And I've said this a few times and I maintain it. The worst thing that's ever happened to us as a community is Jamie FUT Economist going over to EA, because this was someone who had the community's best interests at heart initially when he was part of the community. The moment he went to EA, he talked about open dialogue and trying to bring the game back to community, and it's done the opposite. What he's actually done is basically showed EA how they can stop people making coins, show EA how they can sort of manipulate the market. And I think to a degree, EA as a whole are really starting to manipulate their target audience to sort of squeeze as much as they can out of them. So we're going to start off on the game, then we'll go to FUTBin. I want to talk to you about the game in general, and then we'll be right back. Alright guys, so here we are at the Champions channel, FUT Champions Hub, and I want to talk about my FUT Champions for the last couple of weeks. Now, this isn't coming from someone who's moaning because things aren't going their way. I do relatively well at Champs. Last year I was consistently elite. This year, the last 2 weeks, last week I went 14-2. I had no intention of playing beyond Gold 3. And this week I got to 9 wins, and I think it was 9-2. And I couldn't be bothered, so one of my mods went on and played 2 more games, so thank you Luke for that, to help me re-qualify again. And the reason why I'm not bothered about FUT Champs is because the rewards and everything about it is not fit for purpose anymore. These red picks are just pointless and stupid. I don't see a point in it. And the rewards in general, so there's a great FIFA player called Eleds. He's a friend of mine. He plays over on Twitch. Make sure you check him out. His name's L-E-L Eds, E-D-Z. Great player. And I watch him consistently hit top 100 all the time. And then I watch him get absolutely shafted in his rewards. And I've sort of sit to myself and say, what is the point? Like, what is the point in someone grinding this game out? Like, why do I bother? Why would I bother going to Gold 1 if I'm just going to get shafted anyway? Like, I don't see a point. Why would I go, if I'm a Gold 1 player, why would I push for Elite if I lose out on a 100k pack in the hopes that I get a Team of the Week pack that gives me something decent, which it just doesn't. Like, the 3 Team of the Week pack just doesn't give you anything good. And this has been a problem for a couple of years now. The FUT Champions rewards haven't been good enough, and yet EA do nothing about it. They do absolutely nothing about it, and I don't get it. I don't understand why they're such a lazy company and why they haven't thought, right, let us change this up a little bit, because our pros are talking about it, our elite players are talking about it, and the lower end players are talking about it. Why are we not doing anything to fix this problem? And the reason why they don't do anything to fix this problem is it doesn't encourage you to spend money. That's what EA are all about. And I get it to a degree. They are a business, but if they're a struggling business, I'd be like, fair enough. They made billions. They make billions from this game mode every year. And it's just a bit like, why have we not sorted it out? But That's FUT Champions, it is what it is. What I do want to do and talk about, and there are good things, again, apologies if I sound weird, but it's because I'm ill, is objectives. Now, this area can be great, and it has a lot of potential, and it can do well. But I've seen people talk about this Coleman, and I'm like, do you know what, for a free card, it's good, but remember, it isn't necessarily free. It is just time you're using, but it can be quite a lot of time. But this is all right. I like this. I think it's good. The silver objectives this year, I think, are absolutely brilliant. I'll give credit to EA for those. These sort of objectives here, I'm a massive fan of. I saw people saying yesterday that this was good. This is terrible. It is shocking. Firstly, it's shocking because when EA first released this, the assist 80 goals wasn't right. It was like the progress was like 1 out of 64 or something like that. They didn't even manage to get their maths right. But you need to, so for a 50k pack, you need to assist 80 goals using Premier League players in any FUT game mode. So you can do it on squad battles. Score 16 goals using UCL players in any FUT game mode. 13 goals using La Liga players in any FUT game mode. Score 18 goals using MLS players in any FUT game mode. Score 5 direct free kicks in any FUT game mode. Assist 15 goals or crosses in any FUT game mode. Score 10 outside of the box goals in any FUT game mode. This isn't going to take masses of time. It's going to take a decent amount of time up for a 50k pack and some random packs here that really ain't going to get you anything. In that time, you can go and flip silvers and literally buy yourself a 50k pack. This is horrendous content. It's horrendous content glossed up with a 50k pack. And this is not what people are asking for when they were talking about grindable content. This was, and this is great. This is shocking. It is absolutely shocking. It is not good enough. It is terrible. Season progress. So you get packs and that sort of stuff, and that's great. These players here aren't terrible. Oh, this I do is quite a good card, or quite a good looking card. This Teller looks like a decent card. This Jeong Woo Young. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong if you are Korean, but it's an okay card. And then you flick through, you're like, okay, cool, a few more packs, that's cool. The Donut Ball, does anyone really care? Rare Election Pack, Mega Pack, Prime God Players Pack, that's kind of cool to get to level 24. All that grinding for a 45k pack. And then we get to these players. Now, I'm biased on this. I loved Aspas's card, so I'm kind of happy he's in there. I'm going to try and get him, but Romagnoli, like, what is that card? How is that an end of season reward, legitimately? A 74 pace, 86 rated centre-back, the game's already bypassed. Kaita, bang average card, not good at all. Why is that there? And even Aspas, I love Aspas, but is that great a card? Not really. It's an okay card. It's a decent card. How is it that EAC fit that they are a month's worth of grinding, maybe a bit more than a month's worth of grinding for those cards? What is the point? Aspas has just got an inform. And I think his inform, if we look at his inform, I think it's next to nothing to buy. If we go have a little look at it. Aspas. Gold Team of the Week. So Iago Aspas has a Gold Team of the Week card that is between 30 and 40k, which is not that much different to the card they're giving you there. So you can literally, again, go and flip 2 or 3 cards overnight on the market and pretty much buy yourself that Aspas that they've got there. Romagnoli has just got a Team of the Week. Admittedly, I don't think it's as fast as the one that's there. Let's go actually do it make it easier for myself. Romagnoli has just got a Team of the Week. Again, about 30k. Slightly less pace, slightly less defending, slightly less physical. But why bother? Legitimately, why bother going for that 86 rated Romagnoli if he's got an inform anyway? People have gone, actually, what is the point? Legitimately, what is the point? And it's jarring. It's incredibly jarring. And I don't get what goes through EA's head. Why there not stick in a 78 rated player like a Phil Foden? Why not go and take a Phil Foden or someone like that that's not that usable right now and give them a pumped up card that people can work towards? Why not go and stick in, I don't know, who else? Is it Bukayo Saka? Is that how you pronounce his name? The guy from Arsenal? Why not go and stick him in there? Go and stick in these really low rated cards and give them a nice fat boost. You're not going to get a Team of the Week that's suddenly going to overtake them and give people a chance to grind at that. Now, let's talk about SBCs this year. So, the first thing we're going to talk about, and it's important, is League SBCs. So, EA have changed League SBCs this year and removed the player awards and gone for pack rewards instead. We knew last year EA was testing us on how many untradeable packs they could get away with. The untradeable packs that we're getting back on this game, I understand some of the bigger packs, but the untradeable packs we're getting on this game are disgusting. It is disgusting that untradeable packs have become such a thing on this game. Because what EA are saying to you is, put in your hard-earned coins into this SBC in the hopes you get reward back that has 0 value if you don't. So you'll go and put into Champions League 1, for example, all your tradable players and all your players that are worth something. Some of them are untradeable, of course they are. To get back player packs that are pretty much untradeable in the hopes that you get something good. So the better packs, untradeable, except for the Rare Electrum. All untradeable. And I'd love to know the reasoning for this. I would love to know the reasoning. The League on SBC, crap packs are all untradeable, or tradable. All the good packs, untradeable. And what this is EA saying you can have the content you want on our terms. You can have the content you want on our terms. And again, it removes a grindable element of this game. Now, does it mean that League SBCs are dead? No, they're not. It's nonsense. I see people saying it all the time. On my stream, they saw that I managed to grind out Van der Sar for free. I had planned on doing Figo, but we'll talk about why I didn't do Figo in the end in a second. But it's just not good enough. Why are we here on the 7th of December, and we've had 3 of them, plus the random combo SBC? Get the SBCs released. Get it done. And the reason why EA are doing it is they're staggering it so you cannot grind the game. And you are forced or encouraged to spend your real money on this game. That's what it is. There's no point like glossing up any other way. That's what EA are doing. And they know they're going to do that because you've got Jamie Foot economist sitting there telling them how to do it. But if we go to live, let's look at live. Hector Herrera, I'll give him very good value. This card's going to get an upgrade almost certainly to an 86, which is great. This Lucas Moura is disgusting value, and I'll show you why in a minute. Felix is okay value. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, in my opinion, is quite an average value. Nothing incredible. This base icon SBC that's coming in at 544,000 coins right now because fodder is low. Last week, this was nearly 700,000 coins for a base icon, a random one. You'd have to pack one of the best base icons in the game, or some of the best base icons in the game, for that SBC to be worth it. It was disgusting. It's an awful SBC, and again, it's EA saying you can have the content on our terms. And to a degree, I think some of this year, EA are catering towards the casual player that will spend FIFA points, rather than their consistent fan base that play the game every year and grind it out. Conquer the pitch. I saw this yesterday. A jumbo gold pack, untradeable. Like, come on. A jumbo gold pack, untradeable. Like, are you joking me? Like, are you joking the whole community? Why is that pack untradeable? It's not really going to affect the market that much, is it? Why is that untradeable? The UC upgrade's decent. The rare player picks are right. This Jonathan Bamba card has come down, I think, to 444k. I saw this morning or something like that. At worst, it's been 532k. I hear people rant and rave about this card all the time. But is this a 500,000 coin card? No, it's not. No, it is not. At all. And I'm just like, people did it, and I was like, what are you doing? Like, my brother did it. Why? For what reason did you do that? You can go out and buy someone. You can go and buy a Heung-min Son at the moment for like 60, 70k on the market, who's arguably a better card than this with 5-star weak foot. And I just don't get it. Aguero's alright. This Beckham challenge, this was brilliant content for me. I was a massive fan of that. It's 30k for it. Got some great packs back. I was a massive fan of that. I thought it was very, very good. Market matchups, UCL market matchups, they're fine. However, icons. Icon SBCs return this year. But they didn't really. Let's be honest. Because I'm going to show you in a minute the value you get from these icon SBCs. But basically, EA decided to release these icon SBCs as and when. And at first, I was like, they're not too bad. They're sort of similarly priced to their cards. We get a lot of untradeable fodder this year. There's a lot of bits and bobs you can do. You can grind League SBC method to do it. I did it for Van der Sar's card. And then you start to realise just how much these cards are impacted by the price of fodder and how it rises on the market. And you start to realise that this is an utter scam. It is a massive, massive scam. Luis Hernandez's tradable card, its 85 card, is cheaper than this SBC. I'll show you in a second. Juan Sebastian Veron, I think the SBC is slightly cheaper than his card. Dennis Bergkamp, I think the SBC is slightly cheaper than his card, but I'm not too sure. Luis Figo, the less said about that, the better. And Zanetti, the less said about that, the better. And basically, this year is all about EA saying to you, you can have the content you want on our terms. It's not really the content you want. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you those SBCs, and I'm going to show you also why that Lucas is such terrible value. So I'm going to go and do that now. I'll be right back. Alright, guys. So we're over on Twitter, and shout out FIFA Analyst for this. Because it was his sort of post that maybe got me thinking about this year and the price of SBCs and things like that. So a lot of people said to me, Lucas, they did him, great card, brilliant card, great links, etc, etc, etc. And they did him. And I looked at that card and I was like, meh. We just had Alessandrini. It was a brilliant value SBC for me. I'll give him that. It was a great value SBC. But 261,000 coins at this point for this Lucas card. Contrast that with his Player of the Month card last year, which was 34,000 coins and is an infinitely better card. On all stats, literally all stats, except for the pace is the same, dribbling's the same, shooting and passing both better on this card, physical slightly less on that card, but 34,000 coins. And so, I'd love to know the thought process behind it. Is it because we've relatively meta this year, we make it more expensive, or is it just because EA are trying to drain coins? They're trying to make everything expensive. You can have this content on our terms, and it means that you then have to go and buy FIFA points and spend money on a game. But let's have a little look at the moment. This base icon upgrade is coming in at 584,000 coins. Do not do it. Loads of you have done it. It is a scam. It is terrible. If we then go and look, Sergio Aguero, in my opinion, is still a bit overpriced at 524k, but I understand why people would do him. He's a relatively meta Premier League striker. But Luis Hernandez, here, at 474,000 coins. His tradable on the market, forget the 412 because it's an undercut, is 428. Like, it's 50,000 coins cheaper to buy the card tradable. Like, even if the SBC was slightly cheaper than the card, so let's say the SBC was coming in at like 380,000 coins and people are like, that's terrible. I'm like, well, it's still cheaper, you can grind it out. But it's more expensive to do the SBC. Veron, I know for a fact, I just checked him as well, it's cheaper to do the SBC by 30,000 coins than his buying his mid card. Relatively decent card that as well. Bergkamp, I believe, is slightly cheaper on the market than his SBC, but by about 40,000 coins. It's not masses. Luis Figo, to do the SBC right now on Xbox, 1.2 million coins, 1.15 million coins on PlayStation. He is 300,000 coins cheaper to buy him. That is a ridiculous amount of difference. What are you thinking, EA? Like, we're talking 300,000 coins difference right now to get that Luis Figo done by SBC and to buy him. And now the criticism people will say to me there is, but that's because fodder is expensive. But EA should have accounted for that initially. Because what it does is it makes that content obsolete. No one is doing that Figo card right now at all, period. Why would you go and do it when you can buy the card 300,000 coins cheaper? And a lot of what people say was what I do say about some of these SBCs. If people have fodder in their club, they've got a month to grind it. And that is true. It is true. And I'll give you that. But if you're still doing that Figo and grinding him, despite knowing he's 300,000 coins cheap on the market, you need to give your head a wobble. Because why bother? Keep that fodder for when an SBC comes up with decent value. Like Alessandrini. Go and do him. It was like 100k to do and he's a brilliant card. What is the point? We go back again. Zanetti. 544,000 coins for a bang average right back to do him on the game, right? Admittedly, another icon to people do him. 427,000 coins in the market, even if you say 435 at the undercut there. You're still looking at 100,000 coins cheaper to buy Zanetti's tradable card. Why would you bother doing the SBC? And again, EA's big furore about icons was making them more accessible to people. Last year on FIFA 20, the reason for icon swaps coming into the game was to make icons more accessible to more people. What it actually did was inflate the price of top-end icons like mad and made bottom-end icons cheaper so people could use bottom-end icons. What is the point? You didn't achieve your goal. This year you're not doing the same thing. So where are you actually going with this? What are you actually trying to do? That's what I would love to know. Are you trying to make the game more, I don't know, more playable for those who are casuals and whatnot and not grinders? What is your aim here? Because you haven't said it. All you've done is what EA always do and they've stayed quiet. You see Jamie Foot Economist and Zaro pop up every time there's something good in the game. Like, hi guys, we're here. Credit, credit, credit. Give us credit. When it's terrible, they say nothing. And I'm going to talk a little bit now. Let me go full camera here because this is important. And this is the most important thing. And those of you who stuck around, enjoy this. I know people that did a playtest event for EA, right? They did a playtest event for EA. What that is, and I won't mention names, and I won't mention too much about it because they don't want to go into too much detail. They basically tested the game over a weekend for EA in terms of responsiveness, in terms of gameplay, specifically during FUT Champions. And the feedback and the screenshots and the stuff that's been leaked that I've seen is damning for EA. These are some there are some game changers involved in this. There were some big content creators available in this and some random people. And it was the weekend of shambles. People saying this is terrible, that's terrible, this isn't good enough, that's not good enough. And EA have done nothing with that information. They've done nothing. And this is crazy. As I adjust my glasses. It is crazy to me that you spend money like that on a playtest event and you don't take on board the feedback and fix your game. Like, it is mind-boggling to me. And I saw the screenshots, I saw the videos, I saw all of it. To the point where EA left the playtest stuff on these people's accounts for an extended period of time. They were left on their accounts for a fair amount of time. And I just find it mind-boggling that you set up a playtest event and you do not take on board that feedback and fix your bloody game. And it's incredible. It honestly is incredible to me. But that is going to be the end of this video. Apologies if it's a bit ranty and ravey, but I am getting frustrated with the game very, very quickly. If you are new around here, like I say, subscribe down below. Make sure you turn on the notifications. Check out FUTTRADING.co.uk for your chance to win an Xbox Series S. But for now, I am out. Peace out. I'll speak to you soon.